What's up, guys? This is the Chobo Team League Game of the Week Diamond Ace match. I'm Team Unrivaled Retributor, and with me tonight is the peerless, the unmatchable, Born Ghost's very own, YeE. How's it going, buddy?
Pretty good, you?
Well, not so bad. You can never be unhappy when you have a nice couple games of Starcraft to start your week.
Yeah, well, say that to these guys. They have to play on Dash and Terminal Cancer.
And of course, what he's talking about here is probably we're both Terran players, so I mean this is all about the natural base. Of course, you have your normal way in here, but you also have this nice little back way and the rocks over here. 3 ways into a base. Terrans are not usually very happy with that when they're the race that has to wall.
And according to the chat, Baloo is also not very happy about this.
Oh really? Well, I guess the ladder pool is very popular these days. But I guess we should introduce our players. So in the yellow, orange trunks on the right side of Dash and Terminal, repping Amon's rejects, he's the decorated CTL veteran. It's Baloo.
Here in the upper side of the map, the yellow Protoss player, wearing the colors of Ire, our Protoss player from the Chobo Team 6, Doomshy.
And apparently I think they were saying that that one of them stole the other's color, so someone had to choose their less favorite color today in order to make this match happen.
I believe that was Doomshy. So, as a former Zerg, are you a fan of this full first opening from Baloo?
I mean, it makes perfect sense. You have such an early scout. It was clear he'd come out after Pylon. And you don't really know what the Protoss is doing. Now the good thing about Dash and Terminal is it's real easy to get that Overlord in and see that it's not actually a cannon rush, it's a gateway opening, so he doesn't have to be worried at all about a forge. But Baloo, from the time he puts the pool down, he doesn't know that. So it's an important safety thing to make, even though it's obviously economically less viable than hatch first. But I mean, let's say a quick word about this map. We have a couple of really decorated players from the CTL here, really good guys.
Yes.
I keep looking at this map, and even though Baloo says that he doesn't like it, I don't really quite get that, because I feel that this is like a little bit Zerg favored in the matchup. Protoss doesn't need to wall quite as badly as Terran, but it has the same issue against Speedling Floods and other all-ins, that they're 2 solid ways into the base plus the rocks. There are 3 gold bases. Gold bases seem to favor Zerg players.
I definitely agree on that.
I don't know. I feel like there's a slight favoritism for Zerg on this map.
I'd agree with that, considering the amount of openings, like, allows several attempts on run-bys maybe later on in the game when that becomes more...
Speedling Floods can be really, really deadly.
Yeah. And also that late game run-by when you move out and then like a few lings walk into your base makes you feel very bad.
But so far, really not too much of interest happening yet. Baloo going double queen, 1 gas. Hatch just finishing. Nexus down for Doomshy. He went gateway
like
first,
Doomshy
also 1 gas.
Well, it seems like Doomshy went for a Cybernetics core expand, which is, in my opinion, less economic than gateway into Nexus, which is usually the standard for this Protoss versus Zerg matchup.
You mean like a 1 gate expand?
Yeah.
I think he was just worried about trying to like fully wall off this bottom point and have to deal with just the back door as his preferred entryway, or just dealing with some of the surface area that's here against Speedlings.
Yeah, that's true, because also he saw his opponent open with a pull first, and he lost his probe, so he wasn't... Well, was he able to see the gas? Yeah, he didn't see the gas, so he wouldn't have known if that was there was speed coming on the way or anything.
Yeah.
So
here's something interesting. Baneling Nest is already down. I was going to say that this wasn't a very interesting set of plays. This was a very standard sort of 3-base Zerg opening, but Baneling Nest.
I like this.
This is lining up to be, like I said, Ling Floods are quite powerful. This is looking to be a Ling Bane pressure or Ling Bane bust.
Yeah, 3-base Baneling bust.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to pressure with Banelings against Protoss because, like they have like a lot of ways to like shut it down, like force fields. Yeah. But if you get them when they're not paying attention, you can get them pretty good.
The thing is on this map though is that Doomshy did a great job taking away some of the surface area. On most maps, your natural ramp might be 2 force fields wide if it was wide. Some maps it's 1. On this one, well, he's not only got 2 large and pylon building wide front, he's got 2 pylons in his back, and he's got rocks.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's clear that Baloo is going to commit to a nasty little all-in. No lair, 1 gas. Once these larva pop, he's going to be flooding lanes.
But also, you gotta watch Doomshy's units. He only has 1 Stalker, a Zealot, and a Sentry, and he's going for a 3rd base.
Yeah, so he's gone for a huge macro build. He went 1 gate expand into the Robo.
He's not going to be very happy with those Damon straps to his wall. And also the units got bored out. He's not going to be...
So yeah,
this is not good for...
The 3rd's entirely forfeit at this point. This could just be a build order win for Baloo.
And how many pylons does it take to... So, I mean, how many Damons does it take? I don't think that even matters.
No, he doesn't have enough now. But the 3rd is forfeit. I don't think he has enough gateways to get out a whole bunch of units. He's going to need to morph more Banes, probably, but I don't know, does it really matter?
Oh, the Zerglings got in. Where's another kick for?
He went across to the Zerg main to try and harass.
This is probably as bad as it can get for
yeah. The sentries came out, the army came out to the 3rd, so he didn't really identify the number of lings that were here. And it meant that the 2 sentries he had with the army were picked off in the open for almost free. So I mean, pretty much now, look at the lings coming across the map. There's 2 gateways on the field. I don't think Doomshy can come back like that.
I don't think he can either. Also, the lings can just kill the pylon, unpower it, and he'll only be on 1 Robo and 1 gateway. And I don't think that's something they can deal with this lings.
Still just lings flooding across. The best case solution for Doomshy now is that he goes down to 1 base and manages to hold this, but with even holding the ramp with just 1 sentry, it looks like it's going to be highly unlikely that it's
He's missing the force field as well, which is not looking good for our player at all.
And the lings are in the base. No, I think that's
this is so many lings that even Photon Overcharge can't get rid of it.
So remember what I said about ling flood?
Yep.
Apparently Baloo really doesn't like this map enough that he wanted to make sure that the game ended early.
Or maybe he thought, I'll pretend to lose this map, but I actually love it because I can do good. Yeah, so Baloo is just waiting for his Sentry to be behind him.
Yeah, 20 supply difference. He's got plenty of workers, but there's so many links out that it doesn't really even matter.
He doesn't have money for it.
No, that's it. And here we are for Game 2 of the Chobo Team League Diamond Ace Match of the Week. And it's going to be on Coda. Of course, our Zerg player having taken the first map with a 1-0 lead. But before I get ahead of myself, introducing over here on the left-hand corner of the map, in the yellow trunks, it's CT6's own Doomshy.
And here on the bottom right side of the map, the orange Zerg with a killer instinct last game to pull off that Baneling bus. Amon's rejects, Baloo.
It was pretty much exactly what we thought last game would be, I've got to say.
Yeah, like considering the map, 3 entrances, also like it was like pretty safe to assume there'd be some speeding play in that last map.
And even Doomshy now is saying he got taken a little bit off guard because he scouted a bit too early to see the gas that came up, and basically didn't catch wind of what was going on until it was far, far too late.
Yeah, well, the gas timing wasn't necessarily early. It was like a standard if you were going speed. But because of that, because he didn't scout anything, he probably went for that Cybernetics core expand instead of the Gateway expand, and was a little bit lower on money when the attack hit. So he probably would have had maybe a bit more units to go in Nexus before Cybernetics core, but I'm not really sure.
So now he's got a chance to get back in this on Coda. This is a very balanced map, unlike Dash and Terminal. I think it's one of those ones that generally people aren't that unhappy to play on. It's got a long life in the pool.
I definitely agree. This is one of my more favorite maps because, you know, there's maps like Dash and Terminal, Moonlight Madness, and Bridgehead that I'm not a huge fan of.
Otherwise here, not that really much to see. I think we're seeing pretty much the same openings. The early scout out of Doomshy forcing out the 15 pool. Baloo going straight into a hatch. Doomshy going gateway single gas.
Yep. So this looks like, again, another Cybernetics core expand.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So Baloo is not taking his gas yet. So I think he's going to go for a quicker third base this game.
That wouldn't surprise me at all.
Oh, no, there it is.
If he sees, oh, okay, the gas. I mean, we saw that Doomshy wanted to go for a quick third and be a little bit cheeky last time, so it wouldn't surprise me if his strategy is completely unchanged, that he goes into this game thinking, okay, I just got really unlucky last time, build order loss, these things happen, not even a great map for trying to stop something like that. I can just go back, play my game, I don't even have to change anything. And he wouldn't be wrong by thinking that.
Interesting. Doomshy over here has stopped mining off gas after his first 50 just for a CT6. I am led to believe that he's going to go for like something more mineral heavy. Maybe.
He's gonna want to wall off and put up a gateway or two probably. No, forge.
Is this normal? I play Protoss, not in the diamond level obviously, but I've never tried pulling off gas. Have you ever seen this before?
No, it's the first time for me, but unfortunately I guess I just don't watch enough Protoss. I could see the appeal though, because think about it from his perspective. Baloo showed an inclination towards doing something a little cheeky before. If he does something like this again, he's making sure he has the full wall off. So he's back in gas now. I would expect him to put down at least one more geyser like pretty soon.
There's a Protoss check. On the other side of the map, Baloo canceled his gas earlier. So, he went for a quicker third base.
Yeah.
But Doomshy did not know about that, so he's probably assuming that.
No, he's seen the third.
Gas. Yeah, but I don't think he knows that Baloo canceled his gas until he sees a Zergling without speed.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Well, he knows now.
He doesn't know about the canceled gas. He definitely knows about the third being down. So I'm not sure how much of a difference it makes whether there's a single gas or not.
Well, I'm like he could have played a little bit more greedy if he knew there was no gas.
Yeah. He didn't have to necessarily go for the cannon. This super defensive play of going forge, gateway, getting full wall off, getting a cannon, kind of turning it into like a really late forge fast expand, was kind of unnecessary in a world where he wasn't getting speedling pressure. And here's the rope horn.
On 3 gateways, looking to do a little pressure too with this proxy pylon over here. So, interesting. He walks on the other side of the rocks. I was not expecting that.
Yeah, now they're gonna have a long walk.
Yeah, well, his sentry wasn't in position, so it would have been walking by itself. So I guess he wanted to be more safe.
Yeah, I mean, if there's anything I can kind of apply to a lot of this play so far, it almost feels painfully standard. Then again, Doomshy is only on 2 gas. Oh, never mind, his third is coming down.
Baloo over here, though,
third and fourth. Alright, so this is just a poke.
Yes, to hopefully force out some lanes instead of drones, which he has done.
And he's got a nice probe lead, worker lead.
That was a lot of slows over.
Alright, force fields are alright. Pretty good spell, but I don't think that's a lot of lanes.
Yeah, that is a lot of lanes. And these zones are big and that pylon. The resources lost. Oh, it's relatively even right now. What do you think about this late stalker from Doomshy that allowed our friend here, Baloo, to like roam around his base with overlords?
Did he get a full scout off?
He saw a lot of things. He saw everything basically. He had map hack vision for a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, it told him that there was no sneaky Protoss stuff coming. That's useful.
True. Well, here's a small Roachling.
He hasn't even seen he doesn't know that it's Robotech. So
yes,
it's kind of a case where Doomshy's come out of this with a decent harvester lead. He's up 8, but he lost all of his army units with that poke. He wasn't able to actually take it away, including the Precious Sentry. That's a bunch of gas. He's got 2 at home. Not really all that much. Baloo's kind of showing a desire to just drone through and pull up his third, so, no biggie. And he's safe behind his wall, and now he's obviously got 5 sentries.
I feel like that losing that sentry made it harder for him to take a third base and all those units. Yeah. Look at him now, he's holed up in 2 bases, hiding in there, hoping that no attack comes, or hoping an attack comes so he can force field off.
Well, and now he seems he wants to go for an Immortal Sentry all in, but he's only got 1 Immortal, and the push is going to be that much weaker because he lost 4 or 5 gateway units.
Yeah, and his proxy pylon is all the way over here, so he would have to go a long way around.
No, he's going to put a new one down. Yeah. He's going to put a new one down. But the problem is Baloo knows that there's no third base.
Yes.
So he's switching entirely to unit production. So the strength here is that he's got 5 sentries. That's great. He can hold the ramp, but he's going to have to advance across the flat, open area in front of the base.
I think by the time his attack comes, Roach speed will be finished. He has +1 with plenty of Roach in Roach. He'll be fine.
Wants to take the fight.
And he goes the fight. He's the force steal, so Lynn's not in.
Good force steal, for sure.
Yeah. Well, that worked out a lot better than I expected.
I think the trade is really great, and he's got some zealots into the third. So a good trade for Doomshy, but can he actually move forward and keep trading that way? He's going to run out of sentry energy.
Yeah, and he's still on 2 bases to the third 3 of Baloo.
He's got a few force fields left. Baloo has taken a worker lead, a very small one.
Yes.
Doomshy is still trading well. He's made up all of the differential losses he made in their first engagements. But yeah, I don't know if this Immortal Sentry is really going to be able to push forward effectively.
I don't think it will. I don't think he'll be able to. Well, he'll be able, if he stays on this composition, he's going to get out-teched. Right now, Baloo is getting his Hydra list.
Well, he's all in on the 7 game, so he's obviously not going to give this up anytime soon.
Yeah, but I think compositionally they'll be behind both types of Immortal Sentry. He's not really a good fight, especially if you're Stalker going to have him.
We'll just have to see how many Hydras he gets out. There's a nice little choke here, time warps. I mean, so far this is going bad, but I think this amount of Roaches and Hydras is just going to overwhelm him once the Immortals go down. Okay, well he pulls drones, that helps too. He's going to kill a bunch of workers, but is it enough to get some dirt who can just drone if he needs to?
This is not looking good for our Protoss then. He has not been teching behind this, so this is basically all in.
Oh, he's been all in for a while.
Yes, he has not teched at all.
Oh, robotics bay coming down, so he's not going to give up.
This robotics bay is like the robotics bay you put down after your all in failed. This is not like a macro robotics.
Well, I mean, it's not the worst position ever for him. He lost a lot of resources, especially a lot of gas in those sentries. That was a blow I don't think he'll recover from.
His saving grace was the lack of drones right now for Baloo, because he lost a bunch in that fight.
The one thing he did get out of this, is that he pulled the drones off the natural mineral line and got a bunch of drone kills. He's at 19, so I mean, he's got a worker lead until at least Baloo makes a round of drones to resaturate. But I mean, look at his army. It's mostly zealots. He's lost all of his sentries.
Not blink. Stalkers without blink.
Yeah, stalkers without blink. He's got +1. That's great. I guess Baloo's almost done his +2 weapons. So not too bad. It looks to me like he's gonna try and add a Colossus. and
I
kind
think
of
the
go back
Colossus
at it.
would be kind of nice, but you need some buffer, and I don't really see him having much buffer with that Colossus, at least right now.
Well, especially one single Colossus without range.
Yeah, he's gonna really need range, and he's gonna really need to somehow keep that thing away from the Roach Hydra army that Baloo is currently amassing. What's interesting is Baloo is not droned. He's content on staying on his 39 drones.
Well,
And
he
his,
knows that there's no third coming down. So, I
yeah,
mean, his prediction is probably, and I think it's a good prediction with these two spines coming up, is that the first all-in is going to get followed up by another all-in because, you know, what other choice does Doomshy have under the circumstances? He's certainly not putting a Nexus down unless he's putting it at the close fourth base location.
I agree with that mostly, but I feel like he should have droned at least a little bit. Like, right now he is, like, less than 2 base economy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is giving Doomshy a chance to get back in this by playing a macro game if he chooses to.
Yeah, by making units and not drones. But Doomshy is going to go for a secondary all-in, it seems, since he's not taking the third base anytime soon. So this could work well for our Zerg friend, but I also believe that he should drone regardless.
Well, I guess we'll see whether this army unit works out. So far, they're actually pretty even in terms of army value.
But Protoss over here has two short-range Colossus.
This is a bit
So I'm not sure
unorthodox.
if that short range will end up killing him, or will the Colossus be strong enough to hold his own?
I guess we'll see. Zerg has a very nice concave here.
Oh, this concave. This is something we do not want to see.
Pretty decent fight. The force fields are good. The concave is good though as well too. We'll have to see if the Colossi can be defended by the units on the ground. And they don't have range, so it's harder to kite. But it doesn't look like there's going to be enough buffer.
And a 360 surround too.
Yeah. The Colossus will escape, but it looks like the numbers advantage, Roach Hydra, and basically the advantage of Roach Hydra, the bulkiness of the army, and the nice positioning meant that it was very hard for Doomshy.
GG.
So Baloo takes the game and takes the match 2-0. So congratulations to Baloo and to Amon's rejects.
Pretty good play from Baloo. Good defense on the all-in. Decent choice, decision making, making units instead of droning too hard and getting killed.
Well, he knew for a fact that there was no, or he was very confident that there was no third. He had not only overlords at the easy take third, but in the top right one as well. So unless there was something at the very nearby close base location, which he actually passed an overseer over, there was no chance of sneaking a nexus unless it was some super ninja. Balance of probabilities
on
was
his side of the map, Nexus.
Yes, balance of probabilities was a larger all-in, and it turned out he was right. So congratulations to him. That's it, guys. We hope you enjoyed it very much, and hopefully we'll see you later for the next Chobo Team League Game of the Week.